This is the ARMAC, 2,000 pound weight capacity, squat rack, power rack, whatever you want it to be, it can be that thing. They actually had reached out to me and asked me to make a video for you guys, sent it to me so I could demonstrate why this is such a great addition to your home gym. Now, if you're watching this video and you want to find out things like how much this thing costs and some of the other details, I'm going to put a couple of links in the description below so you can go and check out this exact unit. So the assembly on this for me by myself took me about 3 hours. You're going to get 3 boxes, as you can see here. But the main thing with assembly is I loved how well they packaged all of the hardware. It's done by step, so step 1 ends up matching then with the instructions. If we look over at the booklet for step 1 here, they've labeled out each step so you know exactly which hardware goes with what. So really easy assembly experience. Now, the biggest feature about this rack is going to be the cable pulley system, and that's because each side is independent of each other, and that's really good because I am somebody that likes to do isolated movements. So maybe I just want to do one side or the other, and I don't have to have just one big weight pack back here at the back that controls everything. I have weights here, I have weights here, and each side does its own thing. Really great for isolation movements and making sure that both sides of your body, especially when you're doing movements like this, are getting an equal workout instead of one side doing all the work and the other one just not getting as much of a benefit. So let me show you real quick the construction. These posts are 50 by 70 millimeter, and the actual thickness is a 2 millimeter, which is perfect because if I'm making weight move, I need the rack to be stable. I need it to be steady. So 2 millimeter thickness on these. You can also see on the front post, we have numbers to let you know exactly where the height is currently set at. Of course, these are adjustable, so you can go up and down, position them to however you want. We'll look at that here in just a second. Something else about this that I really like is that all of the posts accommodate both 1-inch and 2-inch plates. Sometimes these racks, it'll only accommodate 2-inch, or parts of it will do 1, parts of it will 2. Every place where you're going to see posts like that, so there, all of the storage places as well, all of these will accommodate 1 and 2. In fact, if I walk over here, you can see here I still got this one there loose, accommodates 1 and 2. So a lot of features here. We have our feet plates for doing rowing. I'll show you that in a second. We have ourselves some safety bars. We of course have the J hooks right here. We have our pull-up bars that are angled at the top, and it's also elevated over the bar, which I like. Me being a taller guy, I like that that is actually a little bit higher than the main part of the cage itself. Over here, we have our landmine row attachments. On both sides here and over there, we have band bars. So if you want to do resistance band work, you can use those to do that. Back here, we've got a place to store a 2-inch barbell, or in this particular case, preacher curl bar. 4 places for plates stored, and up here we have several hooks to store all of the different attachments that it comes with. I also wanted to show you guys how much space is in here. Now, I'm a pretty big guy, 6'3", 245 pounds. And you can see here, I've still got plenty of room to do whatever kind of movements. I've been in some racks that it felt like it was squeezing me and just a little bit too tight to do whatever I need. But you can see here, I've got plenty of room, not just on the sides, but also here at the top as well. Now, like I said, the way that this is set up, because each side is independent of each other, that means that there are some exercises that I can just do on one side only. One of those would be different types of tricep pushdowns. So one of my favorites to do is actually just doing something along these lines. And you can see as I am moving the cable that only this side of the weight is moving. Now, if I wanted to get real fancy with those tricep pushdowns, what I can do is get the included tricep rope, hook it up to the included chain right here. Now, you don't have to use this chain. If you end up wanting to have a little bit higher here, you can do that. But again, it's nice because I am here on one side doing isolated movements for my triceps and really getting that nice workout without, again, having to worry about moving that cable too. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go higher up, not use the chain for the rope here. And again, only using one side of the cables and doing different types of tricep pushdowns. I could even do some back work, some pull downs like this and really work the traps, work the lats there on the back. And you can do pretty much any exercise on this here at home that you can do at a commercial gym because of the flexibility that this 2-cable system has. You can see here doing a little bit of tricep and back work at the same time. If I wanted to flip it around and do some high stress type of curls, I can just take this down like this and do these. And of course, sometimes you're going to want to move the cable position. So let's actually move those down. I'll show you how easy that is. Scoot it down where you want it to be. I can see I'm on number 3. That way, whenever I go over here, I can do an exact match and go to 3 right there. And now pick these up, do different types of either raises, or you could do stuff like bicep curls, which of course everybody loves to do. Now, I mentioned the pull-up bars earlier. Now, I'm not gonna try to embarrass myself here on this video showing you how bad I am at those, but here's kind of the way that this works. You can angle your hands either this way, or you can move them in here to the middle, or even reverse them if you want. But again, just to show the stability of this cage, I am 6'3", 245 pounds, and really no sway or movement, even though I'm rocking pretty good as a big guy. Let's get into a couple of other exercises that you can do with this rack. So first we're gonna drop down, use the feet plate and the T-bar for some rowing and back exercises. I love these. I love the stretch on these too. Then we're gonna switch over, of course, use the dip bars. Now notice how stable these are. Even me being a bigger guy, usually these things will be shaking and moving all over the place. Not the case with this rack. Really stable. Now let's jump over, of course. We're going to use a barbell here, use the safety arms, do all sorts of exercises. Bent over rows, shoulder shrugs, and of course, we have to do some bench presses. Starting off with the flat bench here using the J hooks. Again, all these attachments are included. Getting a couple of reps in here, and then what we're going to do is we're actually going to switch around and move from the flat bench over to the incline. Again, using the J hooks for this too. Now, it's called a squat rack for a reason. We're going to show you now how this can be used to do squats. I'm just going to jump off of here very quickly. Again, J hooks, I've moved them up to the top of the post. And the last thing that I wanted to show you is the Landmine. Now, cool thing about this is if you look right here, they've got a place for both 1-inch and 2-inch bars. I really like how they accommodated for both. I love doing landmines. It's one of the most underrated exercises in my opinion. You also will use this little knob to tighten those up. And by the way, it does also include all of those clamps there that you need. A bunch of 1-inch clamps and 2-inch clamps. But we're going to hit a couple of landmines here. Just a really great, this is one of the most underrated exercises, I think. I love that they included the attachment for this. And all of that makes the ARMAC Power Rack a great option for your home gym. It's steady, it's sturdy, it's got all of the attachments that you need, and it does allow you to do a total body workout without actually leaving the comforts of your own home. So if you're looking for a great home gym option to get in more reps, more workouts, more exercises, put the ARMAC Power Cage on your list to check out.